Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. So in today's installation video, we're back at it working on my 4th gen Tacoma. We will be putting a bed cover on it. So behind me, this is the open road aluminum retractable tonneau cover for the 4th gen Tacoma. This can also fit the 3rd gen Tacomas as well. This is something that I have never done before. I've had soft covers in the past, but I have some other products that you will see in future videos. This is step one in order to install those products as well. So as you can tell, I have pretty much everything laid out. This is the heaviest part of the kit. So I'm doing this by myself. I will show you some tricks and tips on how to install this if you are doing this solo. We have the bed rail tops on both sides, and then you really need a minimal amount of tools in order to install all of this hardware. So it shouldn't take us all that long. I pretty much have it ready to go. We just have to put it in the truck, and this is going to give us pretty much a waterproof seal for the bed. So that way I can place in items here, not worry about them getting wet, and I can still utilize this bed as it is a pickup and I use it to haul items. And so my best idea to do this by myself is to have it on the back of the tailgate, and then I have a ladder on the end, so holding that side up if it needs a little bit of support. So what I've done is I've pulled the cover out slightly because this edge here is actually going to line up with this channel on this bed rail here. So that's what it's going to glide through in order to open and close and have that track system to guide it. So from here, what I need to do is line this up with the track part itself. And once I do that, and I have this piece straight in line, I can actually line this up now with the holes on the bottom. So it's going to take a little bit of wiggling to get them lined up, but from there I can take those 3 black screws that I mentioned earlier, and now I actually have room to be able to see upwards and line them up. Now they do wiggle slightly, so it might take a little bit of time to get this in line here and to line it up. But once you have these lined up and ready, you can start threading these in. So now that I have both of those bed rails attached to it, next up we want to install this layer of foam here. It's going to go on the actual bed itself. As you can tell, I do have a tie-down rack right here. We should have clearance in order to install this cover, so I'm just going to leave it for the meantime. But you want to make sure that you just clean this down, make sure there's no dust or debris on it. And then this is just an adhesive. So you'll just start on one side and align it up. I'm going to use as much as I can, so I'm going all the way to the plastic on the bed rails. And so there is one curve on both sides, but this is pretty pliable, so it's very easy to apply and to move around as needed. And so this will just give us another seal and barrier between the top cover, which we will show here in a little bit, so that way you can better keep the rain, other debris, and things like that out. So since I'm doing this solo, I have my supports on both sides. Honestly, this really isn't as bad as you would think for one person. So really, the hardest part is getting it up to this height, and then from there I can work my way in and avoid hitting the rest of the ladders here. So as long as I can get this up, clear this section, and then we are off of the ladder support. It's really not, there we go, we clear. It's not all that hard to walk it up and line it up on the truck here. And now that that is installed, we have this top cover here that we can place in front of this cover. And there's also this piece on the far edge that I just lifted up and put underneath this side rail. And so we have that basically in between the bed and the cab there. There's going to be a little bit of wiggling this around, just depending on the placement where you have to slide this forwards and backwards. But once you have that set, we have 4 of the smaller silver screws that will attach this, 2 on each side. So pretty much the hard work is out of the way now. I haven't closed the cover yet because this isn't secured to the bed just yet. Now this kit comes with some hardware. I've already installed it on this driver's side here, but depending on how your truck is, you can use these brackets 2 different ways. So this is the first setup that the kit comes with and shows you, where you have this section here that can clamp. Now my original thought was I could put this on the inside of this plastic trim piece and then clamp it down and go from there. But I have a bed rail here This section here is going to go in the actual cover itself, which I'll show you, but I didn't have anywhere for the rest of this to line up to. So what I did, I took it apart, and I'm only using this one section where you'll notice there's this C-shaped cutout on one side. So I have the connection that will go up top. This is the back plate that will slide on the inside, and then this C groove here is actually going to go on the bottom of the tie-down rail. So if you see on this side here, that is currently how I have it set up. So there's a channel up here. This is going to connect this portion to the bed itself, and I can still utilize the rest of that tie down. So it's really not all that hard. It just depends on which truck you have, how your truck is set up basically. If you have an area you can clamp down or with the tie downs. Now, before I actually tighten all four down, I want to make sure that the cover is perfect front to back and side to side. It does look like it angles slightly, so you'll notice we're just at the outside rail here, and then it gets thinner as we get to the front. So I just want to go around and make sure that everything is even and it looks the way that I would like it to. So with the cover installed now, I have the supports on both sides tightened down. Now, one thing you want to make note of, don't tighten these down so tight that your tailgate won't close. So I found that out. If you snug them down too tight, the seal here won't be able to allow the tailgate to close. So we have a nice flush seal on both sides, and as you saw, the tailgate was easily able to close on its own. So just make note of that you want to snug these down. I put the tailgate up, snugged them down to make sure everything fit, and then you are good to go from there. And then last up with this kit, since it is a waterproof kit, it actually comes with these hoses. There's one connection at the back point here, and then you have one up in front there. Now, with some of these and some vehicles, some instructions tell you to drill holes in the vehicle. I really don't want to do that in this truck, so I'm going to figure out a different solution at some point. Since I haven't even used this yet, I'm not sure what it is going to look like in rain and some of those conditions. But for now, I'm just going to leave this kind of out of the side so it drains down below. And then up front, I do actually have some pre-drilled holes in the front of the bed. So you'll notice there's a few down here, and I think I'm just going to leave this one as is. So you'll notice it's attached up there nicely. They give you the hardware to do that. I'm just going to snake it around that tie down, and then it has this short distance to go. Now maybe I can replicate that hole a little bit closer, or maybe get a longer pipe and somehow connect it to that hole there. So there's ways around it if you don't feel like drilling. I'm definitely maybe down there, but I'm definitely not drilling anything back here for this pipe. Maybe I can find a way through this cubby to route it, or just try to leave it as best I can down here and it just gets sandwiched in between the tailgate and there. I also went ahead on the opposite side just for the meantime, routed this pipe through this cubby here since there's drain holes back there. Not the best solution, I guess, but I will figure out something at some point and see if they really are necessary, how much water actually flows through them. So let's test out pull number one, where it will need to get a little bit of action going to get a little bit looser. But once we close it, it will be locked in place. And then from there, I can close the tailgate. It will lock, and we are right there. So it's flush with it, nothing is going to get in. And so now that I've had time to mess with the mechanisms and how all of this works, I found some really neat things with this. So of course we have that lock and unlock lever that you can use, but underneath there's another latch that is attached to this rope here. So I have it in the locked position right now, it's not going anywhere. If I give it a good pull towards me, you can use the handle up top as well. You'll rotate this counterclockwise for that piece underneath, and that is how you can release it. And then you can come all the way back, of course, and then lock it clockwise, and now it's back to where it was. But what's interesting is if you unlock it, so pull it towards you, release that, and then just get it free just a little bit. If you twist it to the back, it will stop right there. So I can't push it any farther than this. So if you wanted it to stop, not quite halfway, but you needed a little bit of extra space, maybe for some items to come out with the tailgate closed, you can stop it right here. Then just pull it forwards, twist this back counterclockwise, and then you can go all the way to the back, which is neat. And then from here, you can go all the way back, and then once we get to here, just twist that piece again, and now it is locked. Now that the cover is installed and ready to go, it is time to see how watertight this cover is. Since it's not planning on raining anytime soon, let's just go ahead and make it rain here. And I'm just gonna soak it for a little bit of time, and then we'll see what it looks like underneath. And even with just that much amount of water, you'll notice it is pooling in this portion of the bed, simply because that's where I have the tube ending with that hole right there. So maybe I will drill a small hole in the far corner there just to match that size, and it'll line up with the rest of the holes. You'll notice not so much water on that side. I think the truck is angled a little bit towards this side. So maybe I will drill one in the corner there, and then let's look at the back ones where we didn't get any water coming out of this one, and really not much water coming out of this one either. So maybe it all just pulled towards the front and is down there. So this is doing its job coming through that pipe right there, and obviously I just need to address that issue there. So for the most part, everything is pretty much watertight. You just have to figure out with your truck how you want to route those pipes there. So honestly, not all that bad for its first water test, but that is going to wrap it up for the installation of this open road aluminum retractable cover. I hope you all enjoyed today's installation video. Take a look at the link down in the description of where you can purchase this for your truck. And if you enjoyed today's video, give it a huge thumbs up and consider smashing that subscribe button so you can stay up to date with our daily uploads. And I will see you all in the next video.